Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and hit some chest and back today. But before we do any chest and back, we're gonna get ready for the gym. So I'm gonna show you what I've got in my bag. Can't go anywhere without my gym bag. It's got my lock on it to keep my stuff in the locker nice and safe. Got my belt that I wear for aesthetic reasons. Got a nice pair of straps. We got some knee sleeves. And then we also got my own personal tricep attachment, which you can also use for pullovers. It's a Vulcan piece. I think it's upside down. Let's try. Oh, it's still backwards. Whatever. You get the idea. Vulcan. I got a nice pink one because I own this, and it was like 20 bucks, 25 bucks off of Amazon. And I really would hate for someone to be like, "Oh, can I use that? You know, you using that?" Like, I don't mind like letting people. I actually have made a couple of friends just, you know, letting them try it out. But I'd hate someone, you know, come up and try to steal it. So that's how I know that that's my Vulcan attachment for the triceps. So let's flip the camera around and show off the stash real quick. Check it out. We got, oh, what's this? Some SweatSphere merch, some hats, and a shirt, and well, those are my headphones. And what's this? A logbook? What? What's inside of it? Whoa, we can track our exercises and our reps and sets, and even like talk about our thoughts and track our hydration. We even have a spot for like setting SMART goals. Oh, and look at this. We can also track our measurements. What? Wow. Pretty cool. Anyway, let me get back to the stash. So we got the attachment, knee sleeves for leg day, belt to make my waist look tiny, and then some nice good old straps. Can't go anywhere without the Crusher EVOs, the skull candies, and then good old gym bag. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put the belt on now. Just about to get it going to the gym, and I don't want to have to put it on later, so I'm just gonna leave a little bit of room. See, I got plenty of room for my tummy to breathe. Makes my waist look nice and tiny. We're gonna be hitting some back today, so we're gonna be looking nice and wide. We're gonna be building some width today. So let's go ahead and get in the car and talk about this lift. All right, focus. Alrighty, so we're about to go hit some chest and some back. Do a little Arnold push-pull split today. As I was walking out to my car, I'm walking down the sidewalk here to where the parking lot is. There's a big old cicada. It wasn't that big, it was like this big. But I've never seen like a cicada like that on the ground. I think it was a cicada. And I took a closer look at it, I was like, whoa. I like said it out loud, I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool, or something like that. And then I take a couple steps, and there's like a woman getting DoorDash, like right next to me. She's like staring at me like, what? Like, what is this crazy dude doing? Talking to himself. I'm like, I just walked to my car. Kind of felt awkward. I'm not trying to freak anyone out. I was just surprised by a bug. But let's go ahead and turn this light off. Oh, whoa. Let's go ahead and turn these lights off and get on our way to the gym. So today we're gonna be doing, like I said, chest and back. I've been running a legs, push-pull, and then arms split. So I don't really know what you would call that. Now, a lot of people love to get caught up on splits. Like, oh, what's the most optimal split if I wanna grow bigger? What's the most optimal split if I want to, like, get stronger? And it really comes down to, are you getting enough adequate rest time? So is your recovery enough from the amount of training volume you're doing? And then are you getting enough training volume to give stimulus to growth? And as long as those two boxes are checked off, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're doing upper lower, doesn't matter if you're doing push-pull legs, doesn't matter if you're running an Arnold split, kind of like I'm running. It really comes down to your preference and the amount of intensity you're able to give to each session, and the amount of extra work you're able to put into your rest times on either your rest days or the amount of recovery you do in between workouts. So I've been running the split for a minute now. It's a 6-day split. I have one rest day, and I've been liking it pretty much because it's very structured, so I know when my leg days are. I have my leg days Mondays and Fridays, and then I'm able to get really good. I'm able to not only enjoy the lift, right, which is really important, but I'm able to give high levels of effort. So I'm able to really push myself and really feel the weights in the intended muscle group, as opposed to just being really tired, really fatigued from doing like an upper or like doing like a full body day. And I feel, pretty sore afterwards. And now we know that soreness is not an indicator of hypertrophy, which is in my case what I'm training for. I'm trying to get bigger. But we do know that level of effort is a great indicator of hypertrophy. But what I'm focusing on when I'm doing my lifts is I'm really focusing on getting the most quality amount of reps and the most quality amount of sets per muscle group during each lift. And as you'll see tonight, and as you saw yesterday with my leg day, I only did, 3 total movements? I just did seated hamstrings, leg press, and then quad extensions. That's like all I did for my legs. But because I did a full leg day, I was able to get the maximum amount of force production for my hamstrings, my quads, and my glutes. And then I also threw calves in there. Don't forget about calves. So what I'm trying to say is that your split really doesn't matter as long as you're hitting everything at least twice a week, right? So as long as you're getting a good enough stimulus per week, and as long as you're getting enough recovery. That's all it really comes down to. And if you enjoy the split, then keep doing it. I want you to keep doing that split. I don't want you to follow the next TikTok trend of upper lower, or do upper and then lower, and then upper and then lower, no rest. Because I've been seeing that out there. Just run upper lower. Like, I don't have 2 hours to spend in the gym. I have maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and then I gotta go, I got work to do. So I wanna come in efficiently. I wanna give it my all. I wanna have fun with it. And then I wanna bounce, I wanna get to whatever else I gotta do in the day. I wanna make it something that I can do even if I have a full-time job, even if I'm working 40 hours, 50 hours a week. I've never actually worked 50 hours a week, unless you count working for SweatSphere, which I really don't. This is kind of just, for funsies, for little giggles, and also to educate and entertain, I guess. I guess it's kind of entertaining. It's entertaining to me to make these, so as long as I'm entertained. But yeah, we're here, so we're gonna get in there. We're gonna start off. I think we're gonna start off with some pulling movement. I want a little back pump to get some lat activation before we go into some heavy pressing. And then once we do our heavy pressing, finish off with some flies, maybe do some dips. I don't really like doing dips here at the gym. I like doing dips at the clubhouse gym. When we're kind of crunched for time, I like to do those. So, pull downs, rows, blanking, incline, chest press, flies. That's gonna be it. Just 4 movements, 2 movements per muscle group. Go into failure, training hard, training with intensity, training with a purpose. Legs are always out, belts always on. I'm sure I'm gonna get like at least 5 comments. Why do you wear a belt? Stop wearing a belt, you're restricting your wind flow. Hey man, let me cinch my waist. I'll see you guys inside. Alrighty, so we're a little crunched for time today. So I'm gonna do a bit of a superset. I'm gonna do a nice high incline. That's not. There we go. And we're gonna put this up for good stability. We're gonna superset some incline dumbbell pressing with some supported rows right behind it. So let's go ahead and warm up. I'm gonna warm up with Let's see how 75s are feeling today. I just switched to getting a bigger incline, so I had to drop the weight. I'm not as strong with this. Oh, no more. Oh, no. Forgot to take my phone out of my pocket. I almost broke my phone. So, I know I called that a warm-up. I got about 7 reps. I want to stay in that 7 to like 6 to 8 rep range is cutting it, but I don't want to go too heavy or too light. I don't want to be in that like 12 rep range today. I want to go a little bit heavier. So, excuse me. So I'm gonna stick with the 75s, get another set of like 6 to 7, and then drop the weight down and go for some lighter squeezing sets and do upwards of 8 reps. So 2 heavy sets, 2 lighter sets, and then we're gonna flip this around and do some rows. Whew. Whew. Man, 75s are not moving today. But again, to be fair, I did change up my technique a little bit. I am focusing on coming all the way down and keeping my elbows in closer, as opposed to having my elbows flared out and pushing from the side like that. I want to engage more upper pec as I squeeze upwards and outwards. And another thing is I don't have my music on yet, so let me turn that on real quick and lock in. It's really important to find like good hype music to just get into that right headspace, that mentality. All right, here we go. We got 7 last time. Let's see if we can get 8. I only got like, what, 6? Let's see if we get 2 more. I don't know. It's not even going up. Tired. We tried. Whew. I'll be honest, when I did these, I was expecting to get more, but I felt like my pecs were the thing that gave out and not my shoulders and not my triceps. So I'm really happy about that. I did get those Gatorades that I was talking about yesterday. Not an everyday thing, but when you need some extra electrolytes and you don't have the blend with you, every once in a while, getting the Gatorade is not gonna kill you. You'll be all right. Let's go down 10 pounds. Let's grab the 65s. Whew. These feel heavy. All right. This set's gonna be a little bit lighter, more focused. I want at least 6 reps. Oh yeah, that was good. We got 6 and 2 partials. Love that. I really like that first angle, so I'm gonna do it again. Like right here, like right in the camera. 65 move good. I got 6 reps. Whew. Now when I'm doing these, it's not like I'm just trying to get the weight up as many reps as possible. I'm focused more on contracting my pecs, squeezing through the chest, and really feeling it out. But I am going as fast as I can. So I am getting as much motor unit recruitment in the pec as I need to stimulate growth. But I'm not doing so much to the point where my form breaks down, essentially. So I don't really care about the weight as long as it's giving me good enough stimulus, as long as I'm hitting failure, not mechanical failure, but muscular failure. You get what I'm saying. As long as I'm getting to the point of involuntary slowing, really all you need. So we're gonna go ahead and do another set. This one is gonna be, hopefully I get another 6, throw in 2 more partials like I did on the last set for a total set of 8. And then we're gonna flip the bench around and do some rows. Because someone is on the chest supported rowing machine that I like to use. So it's no worries, the bench will work just fine. So let's get a song going and lock in this last set here. Oh yeah. It's light. Oh yeah, that was good. Beautiful. Let's move on some rows. On to some rows now. All right, one thing I wanted to point out with that last set is it's really clear that the weight is very light, and that's okay. I'm not trying to load up as heavy as possible. I'm trying to load up the muscle as heavy as possible and be as stable as possible. So I'm trying to get as much stability I can out of the movement and still generate as much force through my pecs without my shoulders, my triceps jumping in too much. So I'm gonna drop the bench down a little bit. I'm gonna line my head up with the pad here, and I'm gonna grab some dumbbells. I'm just gonna squeeze. Let's go ahead and grab, I was moving 80s last time. I was moving 85s last time. Let's grab the 85s and see how they're moving. We first gotta put back these 65s. Appreciate you, bro. You got big arms, man.
I'm trying.
Big old arms. All right. 85's acquired. Putting them in position. Oh, trying to get away from me. See, he's scared. Doesn't want to get thrashed around. Dig into the bag. Pull out some straps. I know everyone already says this, but if you're not using straps on back day or any kind of pulling movements, what are you doing, bro? You gotta be using straps. Now, yes, I get it. You're gonna come at me because you're saying, oh, well, your forearms are small. If you just did it without straps, you'd have bigger forearms and you'd be able to handle more weight. And it's possible. It's definitely possible. And yes, I do have really tiny forearms. However, I'm not focused on forearms right now. I'm focused on getting a big back. I want to really prioritize my back training to the fullest that it can. And the way I'm going to do that is with straps. So comment small forearms if you want to help boost the algorithm, because commenting, sharing, all that kind of stuff helps me out. So let's go ahead and strap up and then get a nice set of 8 reps. Let's go for 8. I'm gonna grab this one first. It's trying to get away from me. Come here. Oh yeah. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. I don't know how many reps I got there. I think I got 8 clean, and then like 3 more partials, maybe 2 more partials. I'll have to watch the footage back to see. In between sets, texting the wife. It's somebody's bedtime. It's my bedtime actually, but I'm staying up getting my lift in because I can't skip. So, alrighty. All right, texting out of the way. Time to get some music and do another set just like that. Ooh. I actually didn't watch the recording back to see if this is a good angle or not. Let's get a different angle maybe. All right, set number 2. After looking back at that last set, I was a little hunched over too much. So I'm gonna focus more on straightening out and getting a nice big stretch. The ground is uneven here, so the 85 keeps rolling away. All right, let's lock in and get this. Get on there, you. There we go. That was a good set. Ate some partials. And then did some what are those, Kelso shrugs? I don't know, at the bottom there where I just kind of retracting my scaps. But if you notice, when I'm pulling through, I'm trying to scoop downwards and back at the same time so I can really squeeze into my lat. And yes, I know you can't isolate different portions of the lat, but we can really focus on contracting and being stable, which will help activate more motor units and whatnot. All right, let's cut back to the next set. I already finished my Gatorade. I'm kind of sad. I was supposed to sip on it throughout my workout to keep giving myself extra electrolytes, but I got a little greedy and I just slurped it all up at once. Now it's gone. Luckily I got my jug with me, but it's just not the same. I'm a really big fan of the chest and back together because I like it. Now, one of the things that's really important when you're picking out a split is figuring out if you enjoy it or not. Because if you're going through a split that someone else made, they're going based off of their personal preferences and how much they enjoy doing it versus how much, you know, like maybe they've practiced this with those exercises before. Maybe they really like the way certain exercises feel. And if you're at a different level than them, you might come in and it might be your first time doing this and it might not feel good to you, and that's perfectly fine. But as long as you're experimenting with new stuff and trying to figure out, okay, maybe if I engage my lat like this, or maybe if I can really focus on a nice deep stretch to get to that full length and then contract, if you really focus on the technique, you can get a lot further and you can really put more tools in your tool belt when it comes to exercise selection, as opposed to just sticking with the same movements over and over again. Because this is effectively doing the same thing that machine over there would, the chest supported row. Only thing that's different is that my head is stabilizing as opposed to my chest. And All this is here for is stabilization. I'm not leaning forward. I'm not digging my neck into the pad. I am holding myself up with my hips and my legs, but I'm just balancing with my head so I can minimize the amount of instability that I have, so I can be more stable and have more motor unit recruitment. So we're gonna get one more set here. I only got 8 last time. I'll be happy if I can get 6 clean and 2 more reps. I'm kind of already getting tired after 2 movements. It's late, I haven't eaten. I gotta get oh my gosh, gotta get ready for bed soon. So let's get this here and then move on to some flies. You guys got the nice angle. I got it. All right, let's move on to something else. All right, we got the pec flies are open. Woo! I'm excited. These are usually always taken. And then you gotta like wait for like 3 people to do their sets. And then it's your turn to go, which I have no problem sharing, right? I don't mind working with someone. It's actually better for me than it is for them, because I love training people so much that if someone's gonna work with me, I'll like coach them through their sets and push them to failure. So some people like this. I like this. I like training close to failure. We're gonna start off with just the stack. Probably only get like 2 reps. I just wanna feel out how heavy it is and then back down, because once I go really heavy, my body will become accustomed to the weight, and then the other sets that are still relatively heavy are gonna feel so much lighter, because my central nervous system is going to be ready for really heavy weight, as opposed to the lighter weight that I can actually control better. So we're gonna throw this around for like 2, maybe 3 reps, and then we're gonna go into some lighter squeezing. Whew. Try not to arch the back at all. Whew. Oh. You're good, bro. You can walk in front of it. I appreciate you, though. Nah, man. Nah, don't let these cameras scare you, man. You look great. I'm just trying to like see how I look, you know, so I can critique my own form. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all learning. Sure. You know? I'm Jonathan, by the way. Jonathan, Josh. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You got back today? Whatever. Just whatever? Yeah. What do you mean? Go back, some chest today. But that's what I'm doing. Yep. I'm doing chest and back today. No arms though. No arms? No arms. So you're just like doing full upper? Yeah. Nice. Nice. Do you have like a routine, like a schedule? Not really. And you look like this? What? Yeah, I mean, take a break from the gym for quite a while. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to some real. But you already have like the muscle memory, so it's just coming back like that. Yeah. Because your arms are huge, dude. I can see them through the shirt. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's crazy. No, dude, I've been training consistently for like 5 years, and you're bigger than me somehow. Well, I'm trying to get even. That's fair. Whew. All right, so now that set's over, Just drop it down to like 180 and then get 8 reps. All right, so I moved the camera over just the eensy-weensy bit just to show that it's a different set. So when I'm editing this later, I can see the difference in camera angle and be like, oh, this is set number 2. So we're gonna go for 8. I dropped the weight I went down by like 40 pounds. So I should be able to get this comfortably for 8. But I wanna fail at 8 is important. Let's lock in. Oh yeah. Oh. There you go. Just about 8. We got one more set here. All right, one more set of flies. That felt pretty light until I got to like 8, which is really good because I was able to control and contract with just my pecs. So I'm really happy about that. But I wasn't able to, I guess I was able to brace and get a full stretch and a full contraction. But when I use that really heavy weight, I can really feel a lot of extra muscle fibers contracting and a lot more engagement. But this will be good because I'm already getting fatigued. So one more set like this, slip around, do some reverse pec deck. We're gonna finish off with some lat pull downs and then some, I think I'll save the reverse flies for tomorrow's shoulder day. But let's quit yapping and get into the set of flies. What playlist is this? This is not it today. We gotta get some edit soundtracks in here. That guy's giving me a run for my money. Let's do a drop set. I didn't get 8. Feeling a bit heavy for me. 140. That's it. I should be good for chest today. Feeling pumped, feeling juicy. Let's move on to some pull downs. All right, pull downs. Pull downs. So the reason why I choose the machine over doing the cables is simply because when I'm on the cables, I'll be honest, it's more of an ego thing. Because the cables over there feel a lot heavier than this machine. I'm able to load up like 200 and rep it out for a good solid maybe 8 reps. But over there on the cables, I can only get like 160 for 8 if I'm lucky. So it's more of an ego thing, but I also do feel much more stable when I'm on the machine over here. So that does play a role as well. But this is definitely not 220 pounds of actual weights being pulled down. It's more like 120. But you get what I'm saying. Let's put it on 190. Focus in on just like a couple reps to warm up, and then we'll go right to our heavy working set. Whew. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. I could have got like 2 more partials, but let's be real. Was it really my back that was giving out? Or these little fingers? Probably the fingers. Let's strap in and get another set. All right, no matter what angle I do these, I'm still gonna look small. It's because I am, but we're gonna try our best to look relatively large when we do this. Whew. Let's strap in. All right, here we go. All right, let's see how that looked. Oof. Man, I'm so hungry. Could really use a nice juicy steak right now. Some broccoli, some cheese, some brown rice. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. It's really quiet in here today. It's not very busy, but none of the other tripod people are here, so I kind of feel a little awkward all by myself. But that's okay. We're still gonna get this last set. Do a little pose down, put the shirt on over in the corner, and then hop in the car and drive home. Get some food in us. All right. We might drop set this. It's probably gonna be too heavy. That's not moving. Let's get like a solid 6, and then we'll be done. Pumpaholics. Whew. That'll be good for tonight. Whew, we're all done. Let's go pose. It's kind of hard to pose in this mirror. Oof. There's no really good way to flex my lats in this big old bed sheet of a shirt. One day it'll get so big that I think this is just a double XL. Maybe it's just an XL. One day will be so big that all of this flappy stuff is gonna be tight around the biceps, tight around the waist, tight around the chest. Should have no leakage of fabric here. Little quads. Oh, focus. Roll up the sleeves a little bit. Not my best pose. You guys tell me how small I am in the comments. I'll use it as motivation to get bigger. So that way I can actually have some fuel to get to 200 pounds. Currently we're sitting at 191, almost 200, about 9 pounds away. And yeah, it's just a matter of eating more, sleeping more, making sure that my rest and recovery is on point, and then just training more. Nothing more you could do, you know? Slowly but surely we'll get there. All right, I will see you guys in the car. Nice little quick lift, nothing too crazy. Let's get out of here. All right, there we go. That should be stable enough. I'm kind of bummed out because I just ran out of storage in my iPhone. So I was trying to film like a little motivational Instagram reel, but I ran out of storage. And it looks like, let's see here. It looks like CapCut is using the most amount of storage. So, I'm just gonna delete CapCut. You know, I'm just gonna delete CapCut on my phone real quick. Oh, but if I delete CapCut, I can't download it again, so I'm not gonna do that actually. Hey man, I don't wanna deal with this right now. Don't wanna deal with it right now. I can just take these clips and make Instagram reels out of these. So don't run out of storage on me, camera. And if you do, I got a little backup USB that I can buy from the store, so I can just plug it in and get more. So nothing to worry about here. All right, let's get out of here. So breaking down the lifts, very quick. I was only in and out in like actual lifting part of it only took me about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes of actual lifting. But when it comes to setting the camera up, moving around, talking to people, it was more like an hour, maybe 2 hours. Well, I mean, I'll check the timestamps as to when I got here, because I don't remember when I got here. I think it was like 10 10:30, maybe 10:40-ish is when I pulled up. And now, why are these guys zooming? Guys zooming up on me. Crazy drivers at night up here in Gainesville. Gotta be careful. But yeah, no, like I was saying, I don't remember what time I got here. I think it was closer to that time, but I only think it took about like 45 minutes tops to get in, get out with this lift. So it doesn't have to be very complicated. It doesn't have to be very, very time consuming to get an actual efficient lift done when you're doing big muscle groups, or any muscle groups for that matter. As long as you're coming in with intensity and stability, like if you have really good technique, really good stable form, and you're able to give it your all, you can get, you know, let's see how many working sets I did. I did 3 working sets per movement, so it's like 6. So I did a total of 3 each, 3 weeks. So I probably did about 6 total sets, total working sets per muscle group. So 6 sets for my chest, 6 sets for my back. And yeah, I would argue that I could probably do more for my back. I could probably throw in some pullovers or some Kelso shrugs for my mid traps, my mid back. But I'm really focusing just on my lats right now. I feel like I have a pretty well developed traps. I really am focusing on that width as opposed to the thickness. But I'm trying to do both. But today was really just focusing on the lats. But six working sets is not bad by any means. It's very, very, as the science-based boys would say, is very optimal, right? I hate that word because, oh, what do we have here? Someone is trying to back out through the entrance. You can't go that way, bud. Do I roll my window down and tell them? Let me see. You all right? You all right?
Yeah.
It's the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been in here before.
Oh, that's okay. I'm a little confused. Yeah. I can open this and you can go back through that way if you want. Okay. Is it open? Yeah. Just go through. Hey man, it happens, you know? It happens. You know, I almost did that. I almost went out through the entrance one time. Luckily, no one was there to watch me. It was, I guess, poor timing. Or maybe not, because, you know, now he knows. And then he didn't have to back up. He was able to go through. I opened the gate so he can go out through the entrance. But it's on a sensor, so it doesn't, like, open up unless you have a button from that side. But on the other side of that, it's got the sensor that you just drive up to it and it opens automatically so you can get out. But it wasn't letting him go and it kind of stuck him in there. So I could see how he got confused. You know, I'd make the same mistake. But anyway, back to the lift. So yeah, 6 working sets per muscle group is per workout, you know, it's perfectly fine. And then you'll have like the science-based lifters say, oh, well, if you only need 3 effective working sets. And I'm not trying to dog on the science-based lifter. I am a science-based lifter. I use, you know, the literature and also what has worked for me and my clients as well, you know, and I love the style of training that really encourages stability and technique to generate the most, I'd say, the most amount of force production, right? All those big fancy words. But yeah, 3 sets of chest. Why do my fingers look like sausages? Oh my goodness. We did 3 sets of chest, 3 sets of back. Now we're gonna go and get some, wait, I really don't wanna cook a bunch of beef, but I have to cook a bunch of beef. I have a whole pound of, not a pound, but it's like one of those chops of beef. Gotta throw some beef on there, have some carbs, and then hit the hay, because I gotta wake up I wanna wake up at 4:11 tomorrow, even though it's late. But I want to wake up pretty early so I can get some editing done. So edit this video up, get it out by Thursday. And then hopefully yesterday's will come out Wednesday. That'll be pretty cool. And then, yeah, we have the Q&A tomorrow as well. So again, this one's a little bit shorter than yesterday, but if you like these kind of contents, I like making them. So regardless if you like them, I'm going to keep making them. Put some hate comments down in the comment section, hating on whatever muscle group that is lacking on me. Maybe you don't like my voice. Maybe you don't like my my face. Leave a hate comment. Boost my algorithm for me. Give me that money. I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, if you want to work one-on-one online coaching, or if you just want a great community to share your progress with and to talk to like-minded gym goers, you can always join SweatSphere Fitness School Community, school.com, link is in bio, where we not only have like a bunch of different like classes on like everything that I've learned in my 5 years of experience lifting, and then my also my personal training career, but I'll also do, you know, one-on-ones as well as Q&As weekly, and we have tons of programs, tons of educational videos on stuff like hypertrophy, strength training, what's the difference. We also have a lot of macronutrients. If you want to learn more about your macros, go ahead and join the school community and get all that wonderful information so that you can really boost yourself and get that next step when it comes to your progress, right? Because we want progress yesterday and not tomorrow, right? We want to make sure that we get that progress as soon as possible, but it only starts when you start to learn about the stuff. So go ahead, click all those different links that I have in the description, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow for some arms. Yeah, arm day. Looking forward to it. All right, this has been Coach Josh, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.